Right. Hopefully that is better. I was hearing that we're getting some issues on the stream. Hopefully it's back working now. Anyway, we'll carry on looking at the action then. Vision's closely following Fitzy here, so... And then Paloma nicely on the back. It looks like Adam is dropped back quite a bit. Maybe a bit of fighting going on with Jake there that I've missed. After that, you know, Adam, Jake, Finley all close, and then we've got Dawid, Vaughan, Tyler close, and then sort of the rest of the field's a bit more spread out. Any action into turn one? Doesn't look like it unless Zeno fancies a move. Yep, round the outside he goes on Mr. Saul Goodman. Looks to have got it done nicely. Zeno obviously getting his practice done in the Tier 1 race yesterday. Showed some pretty good pace from what I saw. So he'll be using all that experience in this one now as he tries to recover from what was quite a poor quali. That was invalidated, so I'm not seeing if there's anything else brewing across the rest of the field. Look to all be pretty chill for now. Top three still together. Adam looks to have closed that gap down a bit. Fits again with the most ERS, so I think he's cruising at the minute. Obviously, when that DRS comes in, though, it will mix things up nicely. It might be this lap, if I had to guess. Yes, there it is. We'll have DRS for 3 laps of racing, or 4. Yeah, Paloma looks to be just hanging on at the minute. Might drop out of it this lap if she's not careful, which will put her under pressure from Adam behind. Down the field, looks like Tyler is overtaking Vaughan. Vaughan sticks around the outside though, into turn 1. Oh, they keep it nice and clean there. That's some good racing. Vaughan keeps the position to hold on to that 1 point from the sprint. Tyler fancy it back down inside. He does. He sends it. Oh, he's gone very deep and off track, and Vaughan swoops back again, and Tyler's picked up a penalty cutting across the curb. So, bit over ambitious from Tyler there. He had a nice slice of DRS next lap that he could have used to his advantage, but that position looks to be over now. Yep, Paloma looks to have dropped out of the DRS here. Jump on board, do the what is quite a tricky final sector. This goes a little bit wide there. Oh, bit loose. Yep, she's out of DRS, but Adam is also lost a bit of time to her as well, so we might see Jake going for a nice little move here. He burns a little bit of that ERS, but the straight is very long, so don't have to use too much of it, although Adam has used almost all of his in defense. Oh, and Jake's seen that light flashing. He knows. He keeps it chill, though. I think he might want to catch up with Paloma here. I think he knows that third place could be up for grabs. He gets a nice little exit here. Oh, here he goes. He's using that overtake. Would he steam down the inside? Will we see a nice Jake dive bomb? No. You don't see Jake going for very many sends down the inside, to be honest. Although I would like to see it, obviously. Oh, looks like Vaughan's had a little change of pace here and is now right behind the Red Bull. So he might fancy himself 2 points instead of just the 1. Other than that, it's a bit spread out with Visions. Visions making Fitz defend into the final sector here. I mean, Fitz still with a lot more battery, so you could definitely just let him go and then sort of steam past him on the final lap, which is what he might try and do here. See what his ERS usage is. Oh, it's nothing. I think that's what he's going to try. Oh no, but he's playing with us here. Yes, Casper, that is me commentating. You are correct. His vision swoops down the inside. It'll be quite a challenge for him to keep this position though on the final lap. Or was it Jake and Adam side by side? Oh, bit of contact. Not a lot of room being given there, but Jake will have the DRS again now. Adam flashing. I think Jake might get him here. Yes. Oh, it's close. He swoops around the outside. That's lovely racing, to be fair. Oh, then Jake shoves him off nicely. That's what you like to see. Bit of just have that. That has brought Finley into another couple of positions, though. You might be fancying a move for fourth at some point. Further down the field, looks like Vaughan has lost the position to Tyler. So Tyler getting that move done, but that penalty will drop him back anyway. But Zeno, I must have missed that, has got both of them. But my attention is drawn back to the front, where we have Fitz on 60% battery. And Visions, to be fair, he's got back to 40, so that's not too bad. I think we've had an Alpine spin back there, but that doesn't interest us too much. Visions is burning all of that overtake. Fitz, jump on board with him. Which way is he going to go? Around the outside. And Visions is just late on the brakes there. Oh, but Fitz swoops right round the outside. Visions keeps his foot in though. Oh, big wobble. Big wobble from Visions there. Fitz gets past him. I think that wobble on the exit just cost him there. And if it wasn't that, it was going to be the DRS and slipstream and overtake going into that next corner, so it would have been hard to keep that. I'd assume Fitz closes this out now by any big mistake being made. Other than that, though, we have got a nice little battle for P4 here. We've got another spin. That's Mash. That's spun round back there. Can't tell if there's been contact with Churchy. Bit scared to find out, really. So we'll keep on board with Jake, see if he can try anything into that final sector. I'd be very surprised, as it is usually single file through there. Be pretty. Off a stupid move in the sprint, you're only going to cost yourself a better position. As it is Fitz to cross the line first, with Visions in P2 and Paloma rounding out what is really a fake podium for the sprints. For Adam, Jake, Finley, Zeno, who made a nice comeback. I think he was last. So gone from about 16th to 7th there. And we've got Doward rounding out the point. Vaughan down to 9th, which has sort of ruined his plans for the main race a bit. Obviously, he would have been starting second if this was a normal quali. Obviously, it wouldn't have been one shot, but you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, Vaughan saying he got swamped at the start, and that is what I suspected. You know, same thing happened to me yesterday in the main race. Once people are both sides, you're down that straight and into turn one. It's quite a scary place to be. But I pretty much ran through the top 8 there. So 9th was Vaughan, 10th Tyler, Winnett in 11th, Fusion in 12th, Soul G 14th, Mash 15th. The main race. Exciting. Obviously lots of points weekend. You know, if Fitz wins the next one, it's a lot of points without any sort of fastest lap in there, which is just huge for the championship, really. Looks like we should be having a 3-minute break on the grid here, barring any early ready ups, which there have been known to be some. So I guess what we'll try and do is have a quick look at the standings, if it loads up nicely. Here we go. So Visions currently leading the way on 33 points. Solid start. Jake making his 100th race start for 7GR. And Tier 2 has an average of 13 points, so that's, what, in between 3rd and 4th, so that's very solid. Rest of the stands, you've got Vaughan P2, Fitzy 3rd, Jake in 4th. After that, you've got Alros, Finley, Hamilton, and Winnets. And if Vaughan finishes inside of the top 2, he becomes the 2nd driver to reach 1,000 points. I mean, 1,000 points is just absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? 1,000 points. That's a few too many points, if I had to say so myself. But yeah, should be all to play for in this Tier 2 championship. We've got 4 or 5 drivers that came down from Tier 1, so you'd think they have the advantage, but then you've got a couple that then in Tier 2 and they're thinking, no, I'm not a big fan of all this demotion going on, and they might be fancying a slice of that. Have a little look at this championship stands at the minute. Very close between Williams and Mercedes. And a slightly more upsetting championship fact is Haas are the only team to have failed to score points in the first 2 rounds. So that is it's not ideal for them. I can't remember if there was a Haas in the top 8 there. I want to say no. I think there might be only one Haas race tonight. It might be MFG. So we'll switch back to the nice pit lane here in anticipation of the race start, because there is no longer a countdown, just to try and catch us off guard for the start. But other than that, I think I've ran out of fun facts. So unless anyone in the Twitch chat has anything they'd like to say or ask, we'll just sit here and wait for the race. I'm unsure about weather for the race. I think it's dry, but I just saw at the end of Tier 1 there is a little sprinkling of rain in there, so not too bad at all. I'm hearing rumours that it is starting soon, so brace yourselves. Who's commentating? That is a good question. You were right before, Mr. Gorniak. It is me, Benster. Didn't quite get to see that on the starting graphic, as someone raided up quite early for the one-shot quali, so didn't get my name out there, which is very sad. Here we go, though. 4, 5 lights, and away they go. Looks to be pretty solid starts from everyone, although that Aston's making good progress straight away. Other than that, looks like Paloma getting a decent little slipstream down to turn 1, although Fitz cuts that off straight away, not having that. That's what leaves Paloma. I think the 3... Oh, Vision's been tagged. Visions has been tagged. He is dropped all the way down to 16th there. Oh, there's more contact. There's a lot more contact back there. Do I even want to see what's happened there? Actually, I think they've all... There's no way they've all survived that. Oh well, fair play. We'll watch them all go side by side. Oh, they're all 3 wide again. Be careful, guys. That Merc's going really slow. I think that's Winnett stuck on the apex of that corner there. Oh, there's a Red Bull round. There is a Red Bull round. Looks like Doward. I couldn't see if he'd made contact there or not. I did miss that. I was reading a very nice comment in the chat from Casper there. But yeah, after I've recovered from that, we've got Fitz first, Paloma second, and Tyler in third with a great start. I can't remember where he was on the grid. But yeah, I'm sure he wasn't third, so... Very nice start from him. Have we got anyone in the pit? Is that a VSC? We've got a VSC to start things up. That gives us a little bit of time to calm down. Yes, by Winnett's almost got to Sector 2 there. That is quite unfortunate for him. But yeah, Mash is missing quite a lot of front wing there. That's probably not ideal for the downforce. Oh, Fitz getting that extreme Taiwan going there. I think we'll have a quick look at the position. Oh, Tyler's up 7 spots. So Fitz keeping his pole position. Then you've got Paloma in second, taking advantage of Visions. I think he got tagged from the rear into turn 1, as we saw in real life a couple of years ago between Ricciardo and Bottas. Very easy to do there. Tyler third, obviously, with 7%. That's ridiculous. AlphaTauri looking strong though, which they never usually do. Sorry, Lenny. Finley's in 5th at 1. Oh, we're going to drive through. There's always one. Oh, has Adam made a mistake there on the restart? Oh, I'm in the wrong place. I'm not sure. Someone moved positions. I didn't quite catch who. Oh, there's contact back there. Vaughan squeezes past Zeno. Oh, but not quite. Very close back here. Yep, they're already losing a little bit of time. Adam did lose position, but he does get it straight back on Finley. Adam got a penalty already. Is that a drive-through? It is a drive. Oh, dearie me. Well, I shouldn't have said AlphaTauri were looking strong. I've jinxed that, unfortunately. Adam will have to serve that in the next couple of laps there. And other than that, we will have a quick look at the tyres, I think. Fitz on the hards with an 8/10 gap, so still showing his pace. Undisputed pace here. Paloma in second on the mediums, who's keeping with him nicely. Take advantage of that DRS when it is enabled. After that, you've got Tyler, Adam, and Finley all on softs. Zeno mediums, Vaughan soft, Drake mediums, and then we've got a bit of a mix for the rest of the grid there between the softs and the mediums. Only one person opted in for hards, which they were quite slow from what I saw last night. And when I used them, they weren't ideal. But if anyone can make them work in Tier 2, it would be Mr. Fitz at the front here. Which will get a very front wing looking view of what's going on there. But it is Tyler putting pressure on Paloma at the minute. Paloma already used a lot of battery. Not really too much need for that round here. You can just sort of play around with the DRS zones and sort of use each other to pull yourselves forward. Isn't a lot of point fighting on sort of the first half of the race. It's just we're trying not to lose too much time and keep yourself in play for the win at the end. It looks like Visions is back up to 8th somehow. Oh, is Churchy had a spin there at the back. We'll go on board with Adam and have a look. And we have got a safety car. Yep. He's ended up. I mean, that's quite far away from the corner to end up in the wall there, but he's managed it. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if anyone pits here. The softs should be good for another 10 laps or so. So it would be very early to pit now unless you think you can get hards to the end, which I still think would probably be slower than anything else. I am hearing Fitz took Visions out turn 1. He's cut across him is what you're saying there, right. I'm sure the stewards will have something to say on that when that gets put in. But to be fair to Visions, he was 16th at one point and now he's made it back to 8th and it's only lap 4. And one of those laps is basically a full virtual safety car, so certainly got some pace around here as Zeno has left the session. I hope he can get back in because he's running 5th at the moment. And Visions pits. Visions does in fact pit, so what's he pitting for onto? We'll have a look. Set of mediums maybe? Yeah, set of mediums, so he's thinking, what, maybe medium to the end, or maybe even medium soft if he's feeling a little bit spicy. Looks like no one else has opted to pit though, is what MFG is crawling down the main straight there. Interesting. Obviously, this might be a tricky restart for Fitz, though. On those hards, you have to keep them nice and warm under this safety car, otherwise you will be at risk of being swallowed up by the pack. And once you drop down to sort of 4th, 5th, it gets a lot trickier to just pull away at the front, which is what he's been trying to do this race already. But yeah, anything other than that, Zeno with a nice little start run 5th. I didn't see if he got back into the lobby there. I hope he did. Other than that, Vaughan with a nice little start. Sort of improved his start massively from the sprint there. He's taken advantage of it on those softs, I think. Drake runs 7th, Fusion 8th. He'll be up quite a few spots. We'll have another look while we're doing nothing else at the position changes. Yep, basically the same at the front. You got Vaughan up 3, Jake with another couple of positions lost on the first few laps, so not ideal. But Fusion up 4, Vision's down 8, obviously from that contact at the start, but that is after a pit stop and recover. Oh no! Is Fitz just? Oh dearie me! Fitz has crashed into the safety car. That is not very safe. Yeah, he is. I mean, he's still weaving on the straight. I can't imagine it's some sort of glitch. He must have lost his front wing there, which will massively derail his race. Yes, I am seeing laughing faces and people being called a clown. So yeah, I think he's crashed into the safety car into turn 1, which is quite a rookie error. I think he definitely looked like he had the most pace here, so that is quite a large mistake to make. I just hope for his sake the safety car isn't in this lap, which I don't think it will be. Adam seems to be taking just long enough to save him. Yeah, safety car shouldn't be in this lap, so he should be able to get into the pits and back out and still be sort of with the pack. Obviously he'll have lost 15. Oh no, it's, oh dear. Oh, that is just the worst timing ever. He is yep, he follows the safety car into the pits, and that, yeah, it's a bit of a mix-up between on the restart. Oh, I'm still on board with him. Jake gets a nice run by the look of it, though, as I think Vaughan's been caught behind Zeno, who's still not in the lobby. Got a fight for first going on, though. Paloma defends to the inside and then swoops back over the racing line. Finley steams down the inside, but Paloma gets the racing line. Side by side between Tyler and Finley, though. Tyler looks to have got the move done or defended it successfully, and Jake's had a great little restart. He's got past Zeno and Vaughan. He's now on the back of the Tyler-Finley battle. So he's looking good, just like he was. Oh, Finley with a bit of a slide there, and Jake tries to go around the outside. He gets the traction down. I think he's got the place. Oh, look at that. Jake's on fire here. Apparently Fitzy was in AI and it's put him into the back of the safety car, so that is the risk you take using the AI. We don't recommend you use it for long periods of time, just for silly glitches like that. You know, you can't trust the AI. We've all raced against them, the no good. His Visions looks to be up to 6 now. He was 10th on the restart. I think he's gained from Zeno's disconnection and Fitzy having a pit. And now he's going straight for the move on Vaughan, who is fighting it, to be fair to him. They're both burning that ERS. Oh, it's 3 wide for turn 1. No, Finley backs out of it. Nicely done. Vaughan keeping the position on Visions by the look of it, but Visions sticks his nose in there. Side by side on the exit now. Both still burning that battery. I mean, Vision's down to 16 now. That's not ideal. He looks to be slightly later on the brakes, though, and sneak around the outside, but Vaughan's not giving him lots of room. I think Vaughan... No, they're still side by side. Vision's late on the brakes and squeezes him a little bit on the exit by the look of it. I think Vaughan's going to keep the place. Oh, Visions tries to keep his nose in there. That's it. Yeah, that was always going to end in a crash, that. Yeah. You could see that come from a mile away. Yeah, so Vaughan is out of the race, which is massively unfortunate for him because he looked like he had a nice bit of pace there. I think Visions' front wing has survived that somehow, and we have got another safety car as well. And Jake has got up to second in all of that action, so he's had a great little restart. He's made up, I want to say, 5-6 places there. Yes, Vaughan not happy in the chat after that contact. Don't know if anyone in the chat has a view of that one, but it did look a bit silly keeping it around the outside into the fast S section. It's not something that I'd recommend trying. Casper reckons Fitzy with a last to first Yarno Opmia tyre performance inbound, calling it right here. I mean, he's already up to 10th, as people have pitted, so, you know, it's certainly possible. What tyres is he on at the minute once he turns into the corner? He's on the mediums. I don't believe they'll go to the end, but what the safety car will allow for is to get him back with the rest of the pack, where he can start making some cheeky overtakes. We all like a cheeky overtake. Zeno is still disconnected as well. I'm not sure if I have him added. I will have a quick look because obviously it's not ideal for him or having a... No, I don't think I've got him on the friends list there, which is a shame, but you know, he might have had to go. We don't know. But yeah, this is the second safety car from the race. So just in case you missed the first one, you've got a second chance of seeing the safety car go around. Luckily this time there is no Williams to crash into it, so should be doing slightly better. So Tyler is filling in for Dolphin tonight. I don't want to say why Dolphin isn't racing because that would be too disgusting for the stream. That would be not something I'd want to say. So let's just say he's probably watching the stream on the toilet at the minute. That's all. I'll go into that though. After he was giving it the big one the other night as well about beating Visions, this and that, you know, I'm gonna beat you, but he can't even show up to the race, so take it how you will. But yeah, I think if everyone catches up, which they should do, safety car should be in this lap. I'll have another quick look at the tyres before we start off again, just to see what the crack is. Paloma Jake, same tyre difference at the front. Tyler on the soft, which will be getting a bit more worn at this stage. Fusion's made some great progress this race, up to 4th. Saul Goodman still on the softs in 6th, and then fresh mediums for Finley and Fitz. And then you've got MFG, Visions, and Adam on hards at the back, and I do think that they will go to the end. So looking at a potentially no more stops for those guys at the back, which I don't know if that's the fastest because I don't think the hards are particularly quick, but I suppose we'll find out in about 26 laps or so. But I would expect there to be another safety car in there somewhere, which will always spice things up nicely. Get rid of that now. No need for that. Right, let's see what Paloma does on this restart. We'll go on board with Jake just to see where she goes, and if he keeps up. And Paloma looks to have gone already. A nice little restart, but Tyler already right on the back of Jake, so he's nailed the launch there on those softs. All drivers using all of the battery. Zeno has got back in now, which is nice to see. Tyler got the second return. Odd one. He's very slidey. Yeah, those softs must be getting worn. The gear changes can't be helping it. Now here comes Fusion though. Fusion going to try it round the outside of Tyler. Risky place to try it. Oh, I think he's got it done though. I couldn't see any contact there, which puts Fusion up into a podium position, which he'll be very happy with because, you know, the Tier 2 champion has only scored 1 point so far this season, I believe. Isn't the defense that he'd hoped to have put up for that title. But this is looking like a lot stronger performance from him, so that's nice to see. Oh, it's very close at the back there. David and Saul Goodman getting very close with the Williams behind. Oh, Fitz goes down the inside. Looking for that double overtake there. Obviously, a lot of confidence behind the actual cars, not the safety car, of course. You know, you never know how early that's going to break. But I assume he'll get him down the straight here, unless, yeah, there is a lot more burning going on, as you'd expect. But Fitz will be wanting to make progress fairly quickly so he doesn't lose touch with the leaders. Would he try anything down the inside? No, he looks to have... Yeah, Dowd's used a little bit more of that ERS there just to keep him behind. But yeah, look at the confidence he's got. He's literally pushing him through the corner here. Oh, and Dowd's, he lost it. No, he saved it. What a save from him. I thought I was in the safety car, to be honest. I thought he was in the wall and gone. But he's kept a hold of it nicely, so he's kept himself in the race, which I'm sure he'll be thankful for at the minute. Yeah, Tyler dropping back on the softs at the minute as well. They can't be feeling great by now. We saw how slippy they were before, and Fitz has got Winnets. Didn't see that one coming. Oh, and Winnets has just thought, not a fan of that corner, and he skipped it. Wish I could have skipped a few of these corners around here. I'd have had a much better time. Last night, Saul Goodman picks up a penalty. I mean, very easy to do around here. Kind of really blame him for that. At the front though, Jake with a lot more battery than Paloma. Just chilling behind for now. DRS enabled this lap, but obviously he won't get it until that little back straight. If he does stay within a second, which it looks like he will. And Fitz now breezes past. I say breezes, but Tyler's coming back with some battery into turn one. We'll see if they can sort themselves out. Tyler tries to keep it around the outside, but just about got the grip to keep his nose in there, but hasn't mounted or anything. Can he get a decent little exit though to try and get him? But no, it looks like Finley is actually closer. Will Finley try it around the outside here? He doesn't break. No, he's going to go for the switch back. Oh, he's lost into the wall. Oh no. Yep, he's missing that end plate there, and I assume he have a little bit more damage than that. He hit that bit of wall just sticks out there, and he's hit it quite hard. He'll be very slow through here now. He'll have some criminal understeer. So that is unfortunate for Finley there, but it was his own mistake, so he can only be upset with himself. Well, he hasn't lost that much time, for whatever reason. Some sort of secret setup hack by the look of it. But yeah, other than that, fairly chill at the front still. Obviously Paloma, no battery once again, is down into the red. Got that flashlight. Tyler peels into the pits, get rid of those softs. I think he'll probably go mediums or hards to the end now, depending on how confident he feels on the tyre wear. But Jake's still behind at the minute, not using that battery, playing it quite smartly. Has he got the run? I don't think he'll try it here. I think he'll sit behind for one more lap, then probably breeze past down the long main straight. There's plenty of time to get your move done around there. Fusion though, hanging on to the back of these two quite nicely. Dragged himself right up into the fight, which is nice to see. Other than that, we've got the two Williams cruising behind. See, Finley's still out there with that broken wing, so it can't be affecting him too badly. It must literally be that end plate. His Vision's making moves on the hards, showing how much pace he has. If you can sort of slide past people on the hardest set of tyres, you're doing something right. Just got to try and keep it clean and not take too much out of them. I assume he's going to the end. That would make the most sense, as he does run a bit wide. Obviously, those hards not having the desired grip. Zeno and Adam get very close. I think bit of contact. By the looks of things, Adam just losing a bit of time as Zeno peels into the pits now. Careful not to speed as the entry is on a bit of a corner, so it can make braking a little bit tricky. Yep, Tyler out the pits now on his outlap. A curve there. Jake isn't past yet, but is he going to go through? No, I think he's happy to sort of sit behind at the minute as Fusion's dropped back a little bit there. Oh, Jake's right behind Paloma here, I think he might be wanting to get past the next time around just so he's not held up too much in the corners. A couple of tricky curves around here, as you can see from Jake's on board, just sort of dragging the car about at times. Very tricky. You can't brake on all of them either. Still managed to get it turned in nicely. It's just a bit of an ugly track to drive. But I reckon he's going to go for it this lap here. Burn a little bit of that ERS. I mean, he's got so much more of it than Paloma, who's currently leading the way. Paloma burns what she has of it, but Jake is a lot closer, and now he's burning it. Yeah, he's going to just, yeah, no competition there as the look back. Winnett peels into the pits now, reaching the end of the life for some of the tyres out there. I think Jake and Paloma are still on the tyres at the start of the race on note, so it'll be interesting to see whether they go for softs or hards for their last stint. See how long they can drag out those mediums. Obviously, we are 2 safety cars, so that'll help out the tyre wear nicely. And that Visions is now up to 6th on the hards. He's only, quick math, 7-8 seconds behind Jake at the front there, so nicely done so far. That we've got Adam is the only other car in DRS. It's a bit more spread out at the back, whereas we all have started to pit. Undercut is very powerful on this game, so earlier the pit, the better, quite often. But Adam might fancy a little overtake. He's got big snap from Dowd, who scoops it up once again, and he's flashing. Yeah, Adam will breeze past him here. No contest from him. He's got a lot of ERS. He's held onto that nicely. Probably got the most ERS at the minute. His Visions is now cruised up to the back of Finley, enjoying some of that DRS and slipstream. Can't complain with both of those things. Finley just chilling for now. Hasn't quite got the pace of Fitz there, but I'm not sure anyone does, to be honest, apart from Visions in the sprint look to be able to match him. They are on quite different strategies now, both involved in incidents. But yeah, at the front we've still got Paloma still hanging on to Jake's DRS, which is what she needs to do at the minute, just to try and, I say try and gain some battery back, but I think she's still using it to just sort of keep in touch with him. I think it is worth doing just for that DRS. It is so powerful around here, especially with that double detection zone. Fusion chilling at the minute, also in the DRS. I think is Fitty just crept into it there as well. No, not quite, but the way he's going, he'll probably be in it next lap. I think Visions might be fancying a little move on Finley here. Finley's defending with that battery, but Slipstream DRS is powerful. He swoops to the outside. Oh, Finley's still with that damager as well, of course. I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, Visions. I thought you had it done there, but Finley sticks it down the inside. Just about giving Visions enough room down the outside. I think Jake and Paloma, was that Fusion and Paloma fighting there? I've missed that. Now Fitz down the inside of Fusion. It's going to be close into the next turn. Oh, we're going to see a Visions. No, Fusion thinks better of it and backs out. Smart thing to do. You don't want a repeat of the Visions Vaughn crash. Definitely not. Finley and Visions does get the move done. Has got the tyre disadvantage, but obviously Finley has actual damage, which must be hurting him. He's lost about 6 seconds to Fitz now, and they were right next to each other on track before, so that's not ideal. But that fighting that Paloma and Fusion and Fitz have done have given Jake a nice little gap there, a nice little 2-second gap. I mean, he certainly won't be opposed to a nice little advantage at the front like that, as we have got Fitz now going round the outside of Paloma. Paloma swoops back to the racing line there, cuts off Fusion, says no thank you to being overtaken twice. But Fusion now going to have a slight battery advantage on that exit, although he has had a bit of a wiggle there, so we go for it. Kind of, but not really. I think he sort of thought about it, but just making Paloma sweat at the minute, I'd assume. Try and put her off into a few of these corners, although it looks like Fusion's finding it just as tricky to get the power down, so certainly not easy around here. Because we've now got Fitz has already gained about half a second on Jay. So he's got a load of pace here. It's Fitz. Yeah, I think you're back into Jake's DRS in a couple of laps time here if he carries on like this. I assume we'll see more battling between these two as well. This Fusion's going to get the DRS down the massive straight here at Mexico. I reckon Adam's going to have a bit of Finley as well. Yeah, Adam's going to breeze past here. Maybe they can work together and catch up to Visions in front. As here comes Fusion around the outside. That was very close into turn 1 there. Always a bit more contact into the next turn. Yeah, they're going to cost each other a lot of time fighting like this. Fusion now going to pick up the DRS and Slipstream here. I think you probably get it done unless Paloma fancies a very late braking move. No, thinks better of it. Very close between these two. It always has been. Fighting for the championship last season. Fusion coming out on top, of course. Yes, hello Kieran. I see you in the chat there. Always a pleasure to speak to you sometimes. But anyway, Fitz back into Jake's DRS just like that. Hasn't even broke a sweat. Oh, have I had it? Oh, no, it's in the pits. It's in the pits. We're alright. No more safety cars just yet. We don't want 3. That would be ridiculous. Zeno has left again by the look of it. Does Jake pits? Jake slides into the pit. I reckon he's going to go for a cheeky set of softs here. If I had to guess, we'll have a little look, I think, just to see what's going on. Yes, he does. Some fresh softs. Obviously, we had that sprint, so there are a lot more soft compound tyres available for everyone. Paloma's looking at the back of Fusion again, but she's really not got the battery to put in any sort of overtaking effort. Oh, big snap there. Going over that curve, trying to get on the power. There's Deathwing and MFG fighting a turn 1. Who's that? What's going on back here? Oh, it's Winnett's car's come out of the pits and caused a bit of confusion, I think, there. Is Tyler going to fancy it on Deathwing here? He swoops to the inside. Late braking. Oh, Tyler very late on the brakes again there. Just about gets it stopped. Yeah, gets the move done, and Deathwing's had a bit of a mistake there through the exit of the corner, so don't think he'll be coming back at it any time soon. Now Visions is up to 4th, didn't say that. He just seems to keep, every time I look at him, he's just gained a couple more positions, so all credit to him. I think he keeps running a bit wide though, maybe a cheeky penalty inbound, you know. Just, you never know. Paloma just keeping in the DRS of Fusion there, as Fitz is really taken off now. I mean, I don't think he can go to the end, but, you know, if you can be on those mediums as long as possible, you get the most out of the softs at the end as well. Paloma has literally 0 battery, all of the sweets. have been eaten. Yeah. Cheers, Kieran. I am in the comments box with all of my mates. Yep. Really funny, but Paloma gets a really nice run here. Not using any battery though, so maybe happy to stick behind at the minute. Faking to the inside just to get in Fusion's mirrors nicely. Put them off a bit, potentially. Here comes Jake though, on these fresh softs. Going to ignore the argument in the chat there. But I will say Kieran has scored about 3 points in 40 races, so I'm not sure who he is carrying, but it certainly isn't his team. Is Jake now really close behind Tyler? I mean, look at it. He can just choose whichever line he wants. I think he's going to fancy it here. Yeah. Oh, it's Tyler with quite a harsh defense, but a fair one, just about. Fusion pits. Paloma looks to have stayed out at the front, yeah. Fusion going for softs as well, I'd imagine, yeah. Tyler does stick in that DRS though, so he'll get a nice benefit of that down the straight. He won't be complaining with that. Fusion should come out the pits just behind all of them by the look of it, so that really isn't ideal for him. He's going to have to make his way through these. It shouldn't be too hard on the softs, but it still will be time loss. I thought you'd stopped making you mother jokes, but apparently not. Can't all grow. Those, can we? But yeah, at the minute we've still got Fitz and Paloma left to pit. I think Adam was one of the ones that can go to the end, so he's looking pretty good. I'm just surprised Visions is pitted as well. So those hards, he didn't think that the hards were quick enough to go to the end there, and he's quite far behind Jay, so the hards are not ideal. Oh, you aren't carrying the team either. The only thing you've carried this season is Joel into the wall round Austria, so here comes Paloma into the pits. I imagine Fusion will be quite far ahead now with that undercut, unless he's been held up. I think he has been held up, but he will be getting a nice slice of DRS down this straight. Oh, that's cool. Oh my god. I mean, that was almost a disaster down the main straight there. Fusion, I mean, played his cards right there, just about, but very risky. Yeah, Fusion gets past MFG as well, so he's going to have some nice clean air to take advantage of those softs to the corners here. Particularly that fast S section, while Paloma is stuck behind all of them currently. Oh, I'm not going to go side by side, are they? No, MFG backs out of all. Oh, is he just? Oh dearie me. I mean, we have to have it. Yeah, that's not being ideal. He's trying to let people go, and then I think he's crashing into Visions there. So that's not great, is it? But anyway, we should. Fitz peels into the pits now, so it'll be interesting to see where he comes out in comparison to Jay. Oh, no, it won't, because Jay is miles up the road. So Paloma should now get past the Red Bull with ease. Yep, light work, and here comes Visions as well. No one's got any ERS around here, just the nature of the track, I think. Yeah, those soft tyres. Just breezing past the hards there. I think Visions will probably get Paloma the next lap or so as well. Just based on how Visions has been sort of sliding through the pack. Fitz right behind Tyler here. Fitz on those fresh softs. Gets the traction down nicely. He's going to breeze around the outside here. He does. Very nice move from Fitz there. Just using those softs to the the max. As Jake and Finley are side by side. I don't know, I thought it was contact there. Kieran is chatting more beans in the chat there. So we'll ignore that and watch Jake, who I think Adam's going to plot to go to the end here. Jake should catch him very quickly. And it shouldn't be a hard move once he gets there either, but it looks like Finley's going to be coming back past him first, unless Jake tries it around the outside. Great move from Jake, that just sail back around him. And it is, yep, Visions has got past Paloma as predicted. Vision's still struggling on the exit of that corner there, but he has got the move done. It looks like Fusion's going to fancy a move on Tyler as well, although Tyler cuts him off and says none of that. Fusion with a double switchback. Oh, Tyler jumps to the inside to block him. Tyler very, very harsh with his defense this evening, but fair, I'd say. Because I think Jake's now gonna just cruise nicely into the DRS of Adam and potentially get past him on this straight already. I wasn't sure how competitive the Hards would be staying out on them. Yeah, look at the grip advantage Jake's got here. Got Fusion and Visions fighting there. I think Fusion may have just pushed Visions off track, although I will admit I only caught the end of that. So I'm not too sure, as we're now sort of... Visions is now boxed in at the minute. Oh, look at this, man. Get an off-board shot of that. Carnage into turn 1, I assume. Yep, the 3 wide. Oh, there's contact. Yep, Tyler's been sort of shoved across the inside of that corner there. Paloma is now shoved off Visions. So, not a lot of racing room being given tonight, but you know we'll call it hard racing, as Kieran would refer to it as. It's just his excuse for crashing into people, though, isn't it? So, take it how you will. Paloma has got past both of them there, though. So, nicely done from her. See if she can stick with Fusion now. I would love to know who invited the Aston Martin team into the chat, like. But, you know, we'll carry on watching this. There's a nice little DRS train forming behind Fusion here. Go and stick with it. It looks like Shahaz. I think there'll be some more fighting brewing here in the next couple of laps. Nothing doing on this lap though, as Paloma is all out of battery once again, unless she fancies a late move. Yes. Oh, that was risky. I wasn't sure there was going to be space on offer there, but found some. Gets a nice exit though. Fusion with a bit more battery to defend with, and unless she fancies another late braking move. Oh, she swoops to the inside last second. Bit more contact as predicted. Oh, but she gets the switchback. Oh, more contact. Oh, Fusion's gone for a bit of a slip and slide off the exit of that corner there. Oh, Paloma gets the move done. I don't know how cleanly it was, but she is now ahead, so can't complain. Or I'm sure someone will complain, and that is what usually happens in this tier. But back at the front, Fitz is now right on the back of Adam, literally pushing through the second last corner there, and we'll now just cruise past on the straight. We'll see this from Adam's point of view. Here he comes. There he is. Yeah, Adam just trying to minimise the amount of time he's losing here, so definitely no fighting them. And I think he's hoping he can hang on to a cheeky P3 here. I'm not sure what the penalty situation is. I don't want to ruin that, as Fusion and Paloma fighting again at turn 1, and there's that is some more hard racing. on offer there. Paloma's not going to get the DRS either because of that double detection, so it's going to be stuck behind now. Oh, that's close. Yep, these two are very much carrying on their battle from last season in 7GR when they were fighting for the championship. Obviously only fighting for P5 here, but every point matters, so it's always worth getting your elbows out. It is now pretty much a straight fight between Jake and Fitz for the win. Fitz on slightly fresher tyres, I believe. I'll have a quick look. Oh yeah, 4 laps fresher off Fitz's soft, so it definitely has the advantage. And I think he also has a slight pace advantage here as well. So who's that? That's gone off. Is that Saul Goodman? Yeah, looks like Saul Goodman's made a mistake there. Kieran predicting the future there in the chat. We'll see if that is what happens. We've seen a fair bit of contact tonight, so I wouldn't rule that out completely. Just wondering if it's going to be pretty challenging for Finley to hang on to P4 here on 21 lap old mediums. It should see all 3 of these guys cruise past at some stage, obviously with that wing damage still as well. 21 laps with wing damage can't be nice at all. So he's doing well to hang on here. Is back towards the front. Fitz is now in the DRS of Jake, so I think the only way for Jake to win this now is if Fitz gets a penalty or if he plays the DRS very smartly, which is definitely possible around here. There's always a few little tricks you can play. But yeah, Jake's still getting decent exits, so should be a good little fight for the end there, and we'll see what happens with this one as we have 4 cars. Oh dear. Finley's lost it there. Paloma slips past. Watch this from Vision. See who's followed the 3 wide down the straight. None of them with any ERS at all. Here comes Visions for the triple overtake into turn 1. Does he get it done? He's late on the brakes, not late. Is that some more contact into turn 1 for Visions there, or has he just lost it? I really can't tell. I mean, that is just chaotic. That's what that is. How they've got through turn 1 there, I will never know. But once again, Paloma has emerged in the lead of this train here. Vision's 5th, Fusion 6th, Finley losing 3 places on that lap with, what can only be described as a crazy 4 wide moment. Vision's almost completing the triple overtake there, but I think he'll take 2. Still has every chance at getting past Paloma here. I'll have a quick jump on board with Fitz here. Jake with not a lot of battery left now. Fitz not even using his, so not really bothered when he gets the move done. He gets to the inside though. Down the inside, Jake swoops from the outside with a very late braking move. Fitz will get the run with DRS now though, so you might just be able to get him into this corner. Oh, he swoops to the inside last second. Yeah, bit of contact into the corner. I mean, that was quite the risk from Fitz there to just slide across the track like that and go for a gap. I reckon he probably could have got it done just by burning a bit of battery, but you can't go wrong with a bit of style points. No, Kieran, we don't wish that you'd taken Jake out. That'd be rude. Looks like this battle has finally stayed the same. There's been no overtakes this lap so far. Paloma still leading the way, trying to catch up to Adam, who's on 23 lap old hards now. But they're going to be feeling pretty rough, I imagine. As Visions picks up a penalty there. I think that's 6 seconds for him now, if I remember, but I do spy Fusion there, who must have made a mistake, has he? I believe he was running in P6 when I last checked. But I was just going to comment on how his lack of penalties will help him out, but I think he's made some sort of mistake, and now his penalties will only really help him with Finley, not anyone ahead, so that sort of rules him out there. But looks like Jake and Fitz have gone side by side, and Jake's got the move done again, so Jake taking advantage of that DRS very nicely. Yeah, Jake putting up a fight on those 4-lap older tyres. Very happy with his performance today, I think. We've now got Paloma still closing up on Adam, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough by then. Adam looks to have driven a very nice race so far here, so as long as he can keep it clean, I think he might be in for a podium shout. Although I don't know penalties, but I won't ruin that at the minute. Yeah, I think Vision's sort of biding his time at the minute, maybe. Just stick behind Paloma, let them try and both catch up to Adam, and then if not, just sort of slide by on the last lap. Quite a clever way to play it around Mexico, as here comes Fitz again into turn 1. Jake round the outside again. Gets it done. I think Fitz will be going for another switch back here. Gets an alright exit, but I don't know if it'll be enough. Jake defends the inside, kind of, and Fitz down the inside again. Oh, it's very close. I mean, Jake's given him a lot of room there, to be honest. I think a lot of other drivers in this tier would have just sort of turned in there and would have been definite contact, but Jake knows better than that. All that tier 1 experience in touch for him. There's Fusion and Finley look to make contact into the turn. Fusion gets the move done though on those what must be much better tyres than Finley's. 25 lap old mediums. I'm surprised they're still alive at this stage in the race. Back on board with Visions, who is still under the back of Paloma. He's got a nice little ERS advantage as well. I think he can pretty much get this overtake whenever he wants, but there's no point fighting now and rushing it, as I think they've gained about a second on Adam in that last lap, so I think that place is still up for grabs if they can get their head down. Neither car on any battery, as we've seen plenty of this race. Here comes Fitz again though. Will he try another one of his trademark lunges into turn 4? I pray that they both survive this one as well. Yep, he's down the inside, not braking late enough to get the move done though, as MFG looks to have crashed at the final corner. And Jake holds the position again, which is, I don't want to say surprising, but with that ERS advantage, you'd think that Fitz would just sort of breeze past him. But Jake putting up a really good fight here. This should be a great little battle all the way to the line. As Paloma's not really gained a lot on Adam this lap so far, but the advantage should be in the corners here, where they are gaining quite a bit of time. Is that Jake and Fitz battling into the final sector now? I think we'll keep on board with these two. Maybe Jake playing it smartly, trying to get that DRS, which is probably the best case scenario for him now, as Fitz has a lot more battery. We'll see if the battery is enough to keep him ahead. It looks to be good for now, but there is another straight, of course, coming up. So if Jake can get a nice run here through turns 1, 2, and 3, you might get a nice little run at him. He looks to be slightly wide there, but still gets a decent exit. This would have to be some sort of criminal dive bomb now to get him. So we'll move back to the Paloma Visions fight. It looks like Visions has got past very cleanly. Oh, Finley on those tyres almost smashed into the back of the Red Bull. We'll jump back to the front just in case anything crazy happens, but it looks like Fitz is going to cruise home with the win today. Yes, Kieran, we all know you would have sent it. That is your trademark. Yeah, Fitz pulling away now, using his ERS very cleverly this race. Has a nice second gap. Yes, BFR, the GOAT. But rounding the final corner now, it is going to be Fitz in the Williams who crosses the line to win. Jake comes home in second. Both drivers with a great race there. Neither of them picking up a penalty, so that's great to see. And Adam just holds on there to P3. Visions with a penalty, drops him down to P5, which means Paloma gets 4th, which I think she'll be happy with that. Now we've got Fusion crossing the line, P6. Doward P7. Finley 8th on the 28 lap Old Mediums. I mean, how they've made that, I'll never know. Next up is Tyler in P9, and then might be waiting for quite a long time for Deathwing here, but he should come home to 1 point in P10. Yep, there's Deathwing, crosses the line P10, Solgrim 11th, and I think that last car is at the left, so... yeah, exciting race. Fusion given driver of the day. I think that's because he started quite far down the grid, P12, 13, something like that. Watch the podium here. Fitz, Jake, and Adam. Great result for Adam there as well. I mean, those hards are what, 20 odd laps old. Been on them for ages, and consistent lap after lap, putting in the time, and then yeah, pulled on to P3 just at the end. Paloma only 8/10 behind, so great little job from Adam, who'll be very happy with that. We'll have a little look at the overall weekend standings here. Fitz coming home with both wins, sprint and main race. Picking up 33 points, which will be massive for his championship, extending his lead at the front now. Jake, P2 overall. Yep, nice little weekend from Adam and Paloma. We scored 20 points out into 18. Vision's 5th with 17 points as well. But yeah, Fitzy with a great win there. Jake P2, Adam P3, so can't complain about that. Loads of battling that race, which was nice to see. But yeah, I think I've probably spoke enough for this stream. Yeah, I'd say if I had to give a driver of the day, I would give it to Adam, though, for that impressive hard tyre stint that bagged him a place on the podium. But other than that, I will not say bye to you in the chat because he's been, frankly, insufferable. Apart from you, Casper. You're the best. So, yes, join whoever is streaming Tier 3 tomorrow. It will also be at 8:30, also around Mexico, also a sprint. So enjoy that action or carnage, depending on how people are feeling on the day. So yeah, other than that, I will close out the stream now. So bye. Yes, well done, Fitz. You did very well. But you can't give driver of the day to the winner. That's just rude. You've already won too much this weekend. Yes, see everyone for Tier 3 tomorrow. Bye.